Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip him and chuck him away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants, no. I bet that's what he wants, no now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in the trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up in the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Miss Naruto, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. Yeah, I do trust her up 100%. She will lie at times, but I will still believe her. Let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. You have not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Naruto. You hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. This just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver. Don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Yeah, but we still don't believe that you did it. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? In the world we live in, it is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Eh? It's true that I'm just a student at law, and I certainly lack in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What do you expect me to say to that? Then it's decided. I'll take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It'll be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. And who are you like? Eastern Lot are... I don't know what you are. I don't get ya. Alrighty then. It's been decided. Time to prove to Gina some more that we can trust her. Gina's taken herself off the back for herself. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. And that turned out alright in the end, I think. Whoever's hiding there. Nope. Show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Sato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. Ah, great. Now we have another Francisca situation over here, like hiding in some corner, like peeping on us. What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts. Like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. When I was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. What the heck are you doing here, Grixie? hear me. I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening in our conversation?
Good grief. Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute. Not a moment earlier. Okay then. That's all it is. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all. After hours. Is it that late already? So then. I'll excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-da! Tulliu, Chiliu, all the best. Bye. Bye-bye. That's a lot of farewells. And not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, well, I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing in a minute.
Oh, I see. Well, that's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongout will. Oh hell.
Emergency?
What emergency? Lord Strongart. Yeah, nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Grixie. If you have to. Well, let's chat soon.
Delighted. Charmed. Can't wait. If you please. My pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries. And not one of them sounded sincere.
This is so funny. He says such silly things.
Yeah, I wonder what that is all about. It's very entertaining to see an inspector of the police falling to a 10-year-old girl. Yeah, don't question it, Ryunosuke. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend the court's clerk's office now before it closes. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Miss Sato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Miss Naruto. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san will be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. True. Like, well, if it's something that she has to do, then why, like, how should we stop her? We really cannot. We cannot force her to stay with us. She has to be there for her father. But are we really not gonna have, like, at least one more trial together so that she can help us, like, during the trial? I kind of wanted that at least before she went back to Japan. Because she has to go morning, right? The trial will start at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Narada-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato? It has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Show was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested, all on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill, and that she must return to Japan at once. I mean, you do have to think about this. Information, it takes a long-ass time to spread. That means that if Susato were to go before the trial even starts, then she will hear the news of the trial like much later. Like, how do you even go and tell the stuff? Like, can you even send mails on ships at this point? I don't know, my history is a little bit lacking at this point when it comes to technology and how it was used at these points in time, but whatever the case may be, it very well can be that Susato will learn of the outcome of this trial like much later. She is there waiting for, like, thinking what could have happened to Gina and everyone while this was happening. So if it will take time, then at the very least I hope that we will manage to achieve our own victory in our trial and prove that that Gina is innocent, so that once Susato gets the news, she will feel happy about it. How longer it will take for her to learn of the news. I really hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words.
I mean, let's not forget, it will be like a minimum of 3 months until she comes back here.
I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm.
Well, really surely, well, it is no surprise. It is perfectly normal, Sato.
And yet, I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final task. Okay, well, first let's talk about some stuff, like, can you tell us more details? Because we only briefly talked about this at Lord Cheese's Justice office and such. So,
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London. But we managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
oh, sorry, Sato-san. I mean, not to mention that this is the one and only case in like 2 months. Like, after 2 months. Like, in Susato and Ryonosuke's minds, they are probably feeling like really bad that they couldn't have done as much as they could have in these 2 months. They could have done a lot more trials. That's probably what they were thinking, but, you know, I guess that's how things are. Like, at the beginning, when you start your own career, things are a little bit more difficult, especially during these times. Like, these are hard times to make your own business. Not to mention that Ryonosuke and Susato are from Japan, so that's surely taken into account the way things are here. So, yeah, it is a little bit of a rocky start. Not in the sense that those 2 cases that they had at the beginning were so difficult, no. It's the fact that they couldn't get that much of it, like, in these 2 months. And now, when we finally get a new case to defend Gina, Susato has to leave. So that's gotta weigh in their hearts. Especially after trying to do all this stuff for Kazuma's sake.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I mean, no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel like I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them into complex patterns, eliminating their actions and their moods. But we only see a small number of the total facets. And what is eliminated is only a part of the whole story. Wow. That came from you, Ryonosuke? Wow, that is quite deep. I can say deep stuff. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, anyway, what lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on, for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it'll all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Well, hoping that for tomorrow's trial, we will see all those facets illuminated, that's for sure. I mean, it ain't taken us so long, but we've seen another illuminated facet of that case from 2 months ago, so that's good. Better late than never. Some truths are... truths... they are very fragile. They change as time goes on. It certainly makes you question whether there truly is like a objective absolute truth, doesn't it? Like one truth that we were 100% sure on. Well, in our case, it wasn't 100% sure, but in some people's cases, it could very well have been like 100% believed in, like a long time ago. Only for now to be 100% like flipped on us. One truth that we may believe in may change as time goes on. The truth that we believe in. The thing that we see it as truth.
Now it does, son.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward. Even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You grown so much.
Sorry. I have what?
Yeah, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Can you tell us what time you'll be leaving London morning? Can it be like 11:59 a.m.? Because that's still considered morning. Although for some other people who are waking up at say 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., like those kinds of people that stay up all night and they wake up at 2 or 3 p.m., they still consider it morning, so it can be subjective sometimes what you consider morning, right?
Yeah, I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. I see. I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry.
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that.
Ugh. Okay, I know. You're probably thinking that we should we should reserve our energies for the trial and such. Reason why we should wake up at a fairly good hour. But are you serious gonna tell Ryonosuke to not worry about that? Hell, he's probably not even gonna get that much sleep to begin with. Because of you leaving and Gina as well. I'd say that it is better for Ryonosuke like to accompany you to the train station at 4 a.m. rather than him not getting like any sleep at all because of you leaving in the morning and him just staying here as is.
You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's strong. Yeah, I know, but
every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I sure will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try.
ugh. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did he mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? It's a huge bundle of documents.
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilly case.
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Wienerbeck's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent.
Well, I guess there's the two cases that we will be working on at the same time. Probably not the same case that that Gregson was talking about. Oh my god, imagine if we were to talk about 3 cases at the same time.
So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about. Susato-san still managed to do this, and all it laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. You're such a beautiful person.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Sato-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But, sorry to say, that I've been a complete failure.
Alright, where is this coming from? I'm not allowing you to go with that kind of mentality.
Oh, he ignored me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think I should go to bed now, Naruto-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Sato-san,
I wish you the very best luck tomorrow. Good night.
But wait. There's something I need to say.
Yeah!
What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Shutdown. How is it any different from the rest of them?
Please, I implore you. We have to voice our goodbyes. I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Sato-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about the nemesis of Case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Alright, well, we still have a long day tomorrow, so let's make the best of it. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madame. When I woke the following morning, Susato-san was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. And so began an even longer day than the last. One that I would remember for the rest of my days. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a long ass day. And we shall make the best of it. Without Susato around here, that is. Good morning, sunshine. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I am sure we can do it.
So where's your friend then?
Sorry.
You know, her in the fancy dress.
You know very well where she is, Gina.
Susato or whatever you say it. I don't know.
Oh, Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up.
You alright with that, are ya? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off.
It's fine. It's not as though Miss Sato and I won't meet again. One day.
Even so.
But you, Gina. You only get one chance. This trial today is all we have right here.
Good morning, you two. How are you feeling, Jeannie? Did you manage to sleep?
It is nice that you brought the cat here. I guess to lift everyone's spirits. Yeah, that's right, Wagahi.
Iris, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? If a pet is in need, we show our support. Is that right, Maggie?
Does this mean that you are gonna be with us? In the court, being our assistant? No.
Maggie!
Great way to show your support, kitty. Wagahi knows what's up. Like, he or she... I don't even remember if it's a he or she. They don't want anything to do with this. They know how crazy the court is.
They even have a nose around. What around can I do?
Oh, that reminds me. I put a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news?
There's such a thing as good news. I would assume that both are bad news, depending on how you look at it.
What do you say, Una? Jeannie?
Well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
Nah, always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad.
Hey, look at you being the one who is going like half full water around here.
Yeah, that question always gives away people's personalities.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Right then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and cages all over the capital are starting to move.
Yeah. The bad news was a weather report? So it was just to test our mood around here? That's it? You just fooled us.
So I hope that Sissy made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to port.
Oh. Delay? Huh. Okay. That could be like some good news around here. Either it is going to be delayed and thus Susato will be able to come here and help us at some point, or we may be able to finish the trial on time and we're going to be able to see Susato off, which would definitely be a lot better than what it initially was that she left right now. Yeah.
Alright then, so what's the good news?
Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. So even if the train is delayed, you should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it?
I can give a monkey's, really.
If only all good news cancel all the bad.
Look, this trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pickpocket's purse plunder.
What is that, like a tongue twister there? Pawnbroker perishes in pick-purse plunder. 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 Yeah, that is a tongue twister, alright. Like, my tongue is all twisted right now.
How do you like that? Say what they want. See if I care.
I can't, because you're covered in your face.
Anyway, Rena will soon show everyone that this headline is nonsense.
I will.
And then, in tomorrow's paper, the headline will be... This charge diver is Donna's do-gooder. Is that right, Bruno?
Oh, yeah. Let's hope so.
Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. Who's that? It's trying to sound like Susie. Do you work? In it?
It's like she was still here. Alrighty then. Well, this morning's paper, purchased by Iris, in this case features prominently. Okay. Is there anything in there that might also pique my curiosity?
Pawnbroker perishes in pick-purse plunder. Oh, awful. For Genie, I mean.
Tomorrow's headline will be Discharged Diver is Dauntless Do-Gooder. As you stated.
Yeah, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger. How?
Top ticket protects planet post-trial, perhaps.
Protects planet.
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow though. It's going to be so great.
Yeah, just imagine like a road scale trial where we'll be cross-examining aliens and such in order to save our planet. That would be quite a direction for the A series. I mean, Danganronpa has been reaching for that kind of stratosphere. It is quite extreme. Alright, well, that's about it for this. Alright, anything else in the bag though? This. Anything interesting here?
There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well. Look. Ministry Mall. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
May have been leaked overseas. For a 10-year-old. Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted? But how would somebody be doing that?
That's the question, isn't it? I got with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career now?
No, of course not. I just wonder, perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, it could be. And I can explain why he has Grexy running from pillar to post at the moment.
Contains an article about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. Government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. That sounds like quite a difficult thing right over there, like a difficult detail, like, is that something that's gonna be of use to us here? Yeah, who knows?
Honestly, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you more support and encouragement.
I'm not sure that thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but... Thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, Iris.
Yeah, Ginny?
Well, I was wondering is all. About Chomps. Did they fix him up alright?
Yes. The operation was a great success. But Marley still hasn't come around yet. Eh? I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
Sure, Gregson will let us know the moment there's news.
Oh, right.
No Sato-san and no Mr. Chomps. It's all down to me today, to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. Alright, well, you know what? In my eyes, it's no big deal. We are gonna get through this together, somehow. Let's get out of the start. Counsel with the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
It's time then.
Yeah. Let's go, Gina. Iris.
Either way, Runo.
Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. Okay. I definitely see some familiar faces around there. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Yeah, the defense's detective assistant is ready, Your Honor. Lord Van Zieks. My lord. Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service? It was some 5 years ago, my lord. Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. And here you are again today. And there are some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this. Are there some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior? Yeah, especially since, like, most of the times that you have resurfaced is with Ryonosuke right over here, oddly enough. What's your beef around here, Van Zieks? What's your damn beef? Do you actually have some beef under all that coat that you had there? What one might describe as your former life 5 years past. You dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government. Really? I don't even know what the fuck you said there. Yet today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. Because I find it more than a little befuddling, Counsel. Oh, I guess what he meant right there is that he dealt with some very, very serious cases. Who knows, like terrorism and such? Like really highly important stuff, like the things that has been said in this like newspaper around here, like government secrets and all that. He was dealing with that, and now he's doing stuff like this. I mean, let's not devalue the importance of the innocence and the life of a person right over here. the one who is being questioned and the victim that has been killed and such, but still. He had quite a role before, with government secrets and such. There are two types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large. Okay, so that's the motive for the last case. Well, not the last case, but McGilded's case.
He means Mr. McGilded. He defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yeah, I just about managed to work it out. Thank you, Iris. Magnus McGilded. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies, only to effect total betrayal in the final hour.
Eh?
In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East. The Nipponese. Ah, okay, so it's still racism. Okay, gotcha. Duh. Did you just say that? So... what, is it just because of that? So basically just, if you feel like it. Like, once Ryunosuke resurfaces, that's when you decide, I could go for like a trial, like once in a while. I think that Nipponese baby from the Far East is doing a trial today. Might as well just go for another one today. Yeah, it's been a while.
He means you knew now.
Yeah, I managed to work that out too, Iris. Thank you. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? That torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zieg's eyes. Wasn't it directed solely at me? Was it talking about all Japanese people? Okay, well, once again, we're getting some Gado vibes around here. Ryunosuke definitely doesn't know not Gado, but Zeke's right over here, but... this really tells me that Zeke knows Ryunosuke in some way. Maybe it has something to do with Kazuma. I mean, that's the only connection that I can think of right now. I mean, unless it's Mikotoba? Like, either we have Susato or we have Kazuma, I don't know. Maybe Kazuma's relatives or father, or Kazuma had some connections before. Maybe Kazuma and the Zeeks were really great friends, and Ryunosuke never knew that. Or maybe Zeeks is Kazuma's father! Woo! Oh my goodness. Still, the judiciary welcomes the return to the so-called Reaper rebellion, feared by all London's malefactors. Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you, and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant? Yeah. What the fuck am I saying in the right? Like, juror number 6? I feel like the universe is trying to fuck with me today. Seriously. Like, okay, we have some familiar faces. We have, the old moon-crested guy in the left. We have the maid in the second chair, just like last time. The third guy... like, how many times have I seen? He has some similarities with the ones that were before, with Mr. First and the last juror that was on that chair, like the third chair and such. We have the old geezer from last time. Apparently he's a doctor. That's nice. The fifth juror, the woman with the typewriter, I guess now she is doing like Morse code? Something tells me that she's dealing with Morse code right now. And the 6th juror, it is like I said, small world.